American Chamber of Commerce, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bhavna Bhatia, and it's indeed my honor to be your host for today. It's my privilege to extend a very warm welcome to each and every one of you to the IACC National Convention 2026. When we have such a huge gathering and all the biggest minds in one room, I think we should all give each other a big, big round of applause, please. For over 5 decades, the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce has been at the forefront of strengthening the India-US economic relationship through its flagship conventions and summits. These platforms have evolved into catalysts for meaningful dialogue, strategic partnership, and enhanced bilateral trade and investment. Today, the IACC National Convention stands as one of the country's most significant business forums, dedicated to advancing the India-US Comprehensive Strategic Partnership, bringing together policymakers like you, business leaders, innovators, entrepreneurs, diplomats, and thought leaders. This convention, ladies and gentlemen, serves as that unique platform to exchange ideas, foster collaboration, and shape the future of one of the world's most important strategic relationships. As we gather under this year's theme, Redefining the India-US Comprehensive Strategic Partnership, we look forward to a day of insightful discussions, inspiring perspective, and meaningful engagement that will contribute to strengthening the economic partnership between our two great democracies, India and the United States. Before we proceed with the inaugural proceedings of today, I would also like to take a moment to express our sincere appreciation to our esteemed partners who have extended their valuable support to IACC National Convention 2026. Co-partner Indian Oil, Gold Partners Ashibo, SNA Law Offices, Yashoda SS Hospitals, DLF Foundation PHL. Associate Partners Superior Group, AT&T Global Network Services India Private Limited, and Uno Minda Group. State Partner Government of Uttar Pradesh, Lanyard Partner, CISP, and Gift Hamper Partner, Lawson Kocher. Please give them a big, big round of applause as we acknowledge the presence of all our partners. And now for the inaugural session, as we have with us on stage, Prashant Krishnan, Dr. Upasana Arora, from the Government of Uttar Pradesh, Shri Dinesh Pratap Singh Ji, our guest of honor, Shri Abhinish Avasti, and of course our chief guest. It's such an honor. We have with us His Excellency Sergio Gore and, ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Chief Minister, Government of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis Ji, along with our National President, Mr. Anup Acharya Ji. With that, ladies and gentlemen, may I please request all of you to rise up for the National Anthem of India.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
We would now like to have the national anthem of the United States.
Bright stars through the perilous
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated, but I'd like to now take the opportunity for the felicitation. If I could now firstly have, as we have with us Anup Acharya, Prashant Krishnan, Dr. Upasana Arora and Mukesh Singh ji, to please present a bouquet to our Honorable Chief Minister, Government of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji. Let's give him a big, big round of applause as we acknowledge his presence and express our gratitude to him. We'd also like to take the opportunity of requesting Anup Acharya, Prashant Krishnan and Raghavendra Pongshe ji to please join us and help us in felicitating our Honorable Chief Minister, Government of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, with a shawl. We'd also like to take that opportunity. Please give them a big, big round of applause as we celebrate this moment. And such an honor having our dignitaries amongst us. Every moment is special when the applause flows in, so let's continue that as we acknowledge the presence of our chief guest, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji. We'd also like to take the opportunity of presenting a bouquet to the US Ambassador to India, His Excellency Sergio Gore. Can I request Anup Acharya, Dr. Upasana Arora, Nilesh Vikamsi and Mukesh Singh to please join us and help us in giving a bouquet to His Excellency Sergio Gore. Let's give him a warm, warm round of applause. And His Excellency Sergio, we'd also like to acknowledge your presence through a shawl. We would request Anupji, Prashant Krishnan and Prabhu Bala to help us in felicitating the US Ambassador of India, His Excellency Sergio Gore, with a shawl. It's a tradition in India, His Excellency Sergio, we always like to welcome all our guests. Please give them a big, big round of applause. Well, smiles being showcased on the stage, we'd also like to take the opportunity of presenting the bouquet to the Honorable Minister, Shri Dinesh Pratap Singh ji from Government of Uttar Pradesh. May I request Anup ji, Dr. Upasana and Mr. Mukesh Singh to kindly present a bouquet to the Honorable Minister, Shri Dinesh Pratap Singh ji. Of course, our media is going to try their level best to get every frame right, and I think an applause from all of you can only encourage. May I also take the opportunity of presenting the shawl? If I could request Mr. Anup ji, Prashant ji and Mukesh ji to felicitate the Honorable Minister, Shri Dinesh Pratap Singh ji, with a shawl, please. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for joining us. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to officially begin with the inaugural address, it's truly my privilege to invite our national president to deliver the presidential address. Please join me in welcoming the national president, Indo-American Chamber of Commerce. Please give it up for Anup Acharya.
Namaskar. Respected Chief Guests, Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, His Excellency, the Ambassador of the United States of America to India, Mr. Sergio Gore, Honorable Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Shri Dinesh Pratap Singh ji, authorities of consulates of US Consulate based in Mumbai, and authorities of Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh, dignitaries present on and off the members of the media and the friends, a very good morning to all of you, and a warm welcome to this annual convention of Indo-American Chamber of Commerce. It is both an honor and privilege for me as the president of this chamber to stand before you today at a gathering that brings together some of the finest minds in business, policy, and diplomacy. On behalf of the ISCC, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for taking time out of your demanding schedule to be over here with us. Honorable Chief Minister, sir, your presence today is a matter of immense pride for us. Maharashtra has long been the economic powerhouse of India, and under your leadership, the state continues to attract landmark investments, nurture innovation, and set benchmarks in each of ease of doing business. Sir, your vision for the state's growth resonates deeply with the theme of today's convention, and we are truly grateful that you have made the time to be with us. Thank you, sir. His Excellency the Ambassador, sir, it's an honor to have you today to grace the occasion. It takes us back to October 1968, when this apex bilateral Chamber of Commerce was established by then Ambassador to India, Mr. Chester Bowles, along with then industry leaders and visionaries like Mr. S.L. Kirloskar, Mr. Harish Mahindra, Mr. Frederick Fallis, and Mr. John Orris Sim for enhancing Indo-US economic engagements. His Excellency, your presence is a powerful reminder of how far the India-US relationship has traveled, from cautious engagement decades ago to what is today rightly described as one of the most consequential partnerships of the 21st century. We deeply value your commitment to strengthening the economic and strategic ties between our two, far beyond traditional templates of diplomacy and trade. It is a partnership now anchored in shared democratic values, converging strategic interest, and an unprecedented depth of collaboration across technology, defense, energy, education, and innovation. From semiconductors to space, from critical minerals to clean energy, from artificial intelligence to advanced manufacturing, the contours of the partnership are being redrawn in real time, and Indian industry has a vital role to play in shaping that future. As a business leaders, we are not merely observers of this transformation. We are its co-architects. The decision we make in our boardrooms, the partnership we forge across borders, and the innovations we champion will determine how meaningfully this strategic partnership translates into shared prosperity of the people of both nations. Over the course of this convention, we will hear from eminent policy makers, industry stalwarts, and thought leaders who will help us explore new pathways for trade, investment, and collaboration between India and United States. I have no doubt that the deliberations here will yield insights and ideas that will meaningfully contribute to this evolving partnership. Once again, I extend my sincere gratitude to our chief guests for their gracious presence and to all our delegates and partners for their continued support and confidence in ISCC. With this, I formally welcome you all to this annual convention, and I wish our deliberations every success. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Mr. Anupacharya. As he rightly said, that in our economy, we're not just the observers, we are the co-participants. Some really strong words coming in from the National President. I think let's give him a big, resounding round of applause for taking us through the entire journey and, of course, bringing us to the day today. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to hear from the regional presidents of the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce. May I please take the opportunity of first welcoming on stage to address the gathering. Please give it up for the Regional President, IACC, West India Council, Mr. Raghavendra Pongsheji.
Namaskar, respected dignitaries, distinguished guests, members of the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce, industry leaders, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and a warm welcome to all of you. It is my privilege as President of the West India Council of the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce to welcome you all to the IACC National Convention 2026. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome among us today the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis. We are equally honored by the presence of His Excellency Mr. Sergio Gore, the US Ambassador to India, whose participation reflects the importance and growing strength of the India-US partnership. This spirit of partnership finds strong resonance in Maharashtra. Thanks to the able stewardship of the Chief Minister, under which the state continues to strengthen its position as India's premier investment destination. Maharashtra's progressive policies, robust infrastructure, and thriving ecosystem for industries and innovation makes it a natural home for a dialogue such as this, one that seeks to deepen the Indo-US economic partnership. It is fitting that this convention takes place in the city of Mumbai, that so powerfully embodies the spirit of enterprise, technology, and global collaboration that defines our theme today. Today, India and the United States are working together across an unprecedented range of sectors, which my President Anup did mention earlier. Our relationship is increasingly being shaped not only by the government policies, but also by the businesses, entrepreneurs, investors, and innovators from both the countries. As someone who has worked closely with innovation, technology, and intellectual property, I strongly believe that the next chapter of the Indo-US partnership will be driven by ideas, innovation, and enterprise. When Indian capability, intellectual capability, combines with American investment and global reach, the possibilities are enormous. And Maharashtra, with its industrial depth and innovation-driven economy, is exceptionally well positioned to lead this journey. For more than 5 decades, IACC has played an important role in building bridges between our two business communities. Our responsibility now is to make these bridges even stronger and translate this strategic partnership into greater trade, investment, technology collaboration, and opportunities for business on both sides. Occasions such as these remind us that India-US partnership is built not only on policy, but on the vision, effort, and goodwill of institutions like IACC and individuals across both nations who believe in shared future. I am confident that the discussions held today will leave a lasting impact on this relationship, on the businesses and communities it touches. Thank you, and once again, a warm welcome to all of you. Dhanyavad.
Thank you so much, Mr. Raghavendra Pongsheji, for, of course, further reinstating the importance of IACC. And as he rightly said, the conversations today will lead to decisions of tomorrow. On that note, I'd also like to take the opportunity of welcoming on stage Mr. Prabhu Bala, Regional President, IACC South India Council, to address the gathering. Let's give him a warm round of applause.
Good morning, distinguished guests, fellow business leaders, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor to be here at the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce National Convention. I'm coming from an industrial background, and I believe there is tremendous opportunities for Indian and American companies to work together, just not being as buyer and seller, but as in terms of long-term technology partner. And I always believe that, it is just not for the corporates. I'm coming from a small and medium business, and I do have an office in the US. We have been successfully running business for the last 3 years there. So that is really an opportunity for us, to do business in the US as well as, US companies doing business here. And the opportunities are enormous. And I believe the next chapter for Indo-US partnership is just not written by the governments of the two countries, but it is written by all of us sitting in this room. So let us make this chapter, get into more innovation, investment, and manufacturing and shared prosperity. And I wish everyone a grand success, and thank you for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Prabhubala, of course, reinstating the importance of each and every one in the room present here and how you all will contribute towards the future of the two nations and the two greatest democracies. Now, of course, we also feel that it's important to felicitate the national past presidents. So we'd now like to come to a very special segment of today, the felicitations of our esteemed national past presidents whose exemplary leadership, distinguished service and enduring contributions have played an important role in the growth of the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce and in strengthening the India-US business relationships. May I please request our chief guest, Honorable Chief Minister, Government of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, His Excellency Sergio Gore, US Ambassador to India, and all our dignitaries here on stage to please help us in felicitating our members joining us. From the North India Council, we'd like to welcome on stage, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Lalit Bhasin, the past National President of the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce and one of India's most distinguished legal professionals. We are privileged to felicitate Dr. Bhasin in recognition of his exemplary leadership, decades of distinguished service to the legal and business community, and his invaluable contribution to the growth of IACC and strengthening of India-US relationships. Let's have a great round of applause as we acknowledge the presence of Dr. Lalit Bhasin. Those words of encouragement. We'd now like to call upon for representing the East India Council, Mr. Ranjit Sen, Guardian and past National President of the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce. We're privileged to felicitate Mr. Sen in recognition of his distinguished leadership and his continued association with the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce. His commitment has been to strengthen the business partnerships and foster greater India-US trade and investment cooperation. Please give him a resounding round of applause as we acknowledge his presence. From all of us, thank you, Mr. Ranjit Sen. From the West India Council, I'd like to take the opportunity of inviting Dr. Lalit S. Kanodia, past National President of the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce, to kindly join us on stage. We're privileged to felicitate Dr. Kanodia in recognition of his distinguished leadership, enduring commitment throughout his career, and of course his vision, which has been steadfast in the growth of the two greatest democracies, India and the United States. Let's give him a warm round of applause as we acknowledge his presence. And from all of us at IACC, a big thank you, Dr. Lalit S. Kanodia, for joining us. And as those words of encouragement have been shared, we now like to go ahead and take the opportunity from the South India Council. May I please take the opportunity of welcoming Mr. S. Purnachandra Rao Surapaneni, and let's give him a big round of applause, the past National President of the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce. His long-standing association with IACC and his valuable contribution towards promoting the India-US bilateral trade, investment and business cooperation. We at IACC, let's give him a big round of applause as we thank him. And ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we'd also like to go ahead and move on to felicitate the government of Uttar Pradesh in recognition of its valued support and commitment. May I take the opportunity, of course, as we already have with us our Honorable Minister, Dinesh Pratap Singh ji. We also have Shri Avnish Awasthi ji to please step forward and join us in this felicitation. We'd also like to call upon Aparna Yadav, Vice Chairperson, State Women Commission, and Mukesh Singh, who is the Executive Council Member, IACC, and Chairman, UP State Coordination Committee, IACC, to please receive the award. Let's give all of them a big, big round of applause. As we have Shri Dinesh ji, Shri Avinish ji joining us, and of course we also have Aparna and Mukesh. Thank you so much to all of you. And from the Government of Maharashtra, we'd like to take the opportunity of welcoming on stage the Chief Advisor to the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra. We have Kaustubh Dhavse ji. Let's give him a warm, warm round of applause as we invite him to receive on the felicitation of Government of Maharashtra. Let that applause continue as we can see all smiles on stage. And we'd also like to take the opportunity of now inviting for Government of Maharashtra, Maharashtra Cyber, please give it up for IPS Additional Director General of Police, Maharashtra Cyber, Yashasvi Yadav ji. Let's give him a warm, warm round of applause as we welcome him on stage and receive the memento on the hands of our chief guest, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji. He and his entire team are here to receive the award. Mr. Yashasvi Yadav, IPS Additional Director General of Police, Maharashtra Cyber, along with his entire team. Well, as it is said, your dream work is the teamwork. So let's give them a big, big round of applause for marching us towards this momentous occasion. A big congratulations to the entire Maharashtra Cyber Government of Maharashtra for joining us. Well, with these very important felicitations being done, may I take the opportunity of now requesting all our dignitaries to please be seated with us on stage. We'd now like to have an individual address from all of them, and of course hear their excerpts of leadership from them. But with that being said, let that applause continue as we recognize all our leaders who've joined us. And may I please request all our dignitaries to now be seated. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my privilege to introduce to you the person who's going to be addressing the gathering first. He's a distinguished political leader from Uttar Pradesh with a strong record of public service and electoral leadership. He served multiple terms as the member of the Uttar Pradesh Legislative Council. Since 2022, he served as the Minister of State, Independent Charge Government of Uttar Pradesh, overseeing the horticulture, agricultural marketing, agricultural foreign trade, as well as agricultural exports. He also serves as the National President of the Akhil Bharatiya Shastriya Mahasabha. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in now welcoming the Honorable Minister, Shri Dinesh Pratap Singh, for his address.
भारत की आर्थिक राजधानी कहे जाने वाली मुंबई में इंडो अमेरिकन चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स के इस सम्मेलन में जिन्हें धैर्य, सामर्थ्य और विनम्रता प्रभु से प्राप्त है, ऐसे आज के मुख्य अतिथि महाराष्ट्र सरकार के मुख्यमंत्री आदरणीय श्री फडणवीस जी और भारत में अमेरिका के राजदूत श्री यूएस श्री सर्जियो गौर जी, हमारे उत्तर प्रदेश में एक ऐसा नाम जिसको लगभग सभी जानते हैं, छोटी बहन राज्य महिला आयोग की उपाध्यक्ष अपर्णा यादव जी, श्री अवनीश अवस्थी जी वैसे तो प्रशासनिक सेवा में सेवानिवृत्त हो चुके हैं, लेकिन अभी भी कहीं प्रशासनिक सेवाओं से अधिक उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार की सेवा में सदैव सतत प्रयत्नशील रहते हैं, ऐसे श्री अवनीश अवस्थी जी। आदरणीय अनूप पाचारा जी, नेशनल प्रेसिडेंट इंडो अमेरिकन चैम्बर, श्री प्रशांत कृष्णन जी, आदरणीय उपासना अरोड़ा जी, कौस्तुभ जी, पूर्व आईएएस श्री मनोज सिंह जी, हमारे विशेष सचिव श्री राजकमल यादव जी, बहन रीना सिंह जी, आदरणीय ललित भसीन जी, ललित कौंडिया जी, रणजीत सेन जी, पूर्णचंद राव जी, महाराष्ट्र के माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी के साथ आए सभी अन्य अधिकारीगण, अमेरिकी राजदूत के साथ आए दूतावास के सभी अधिकारीगण, और उत्तर प्रदेश से, चूंकि उत्तर प्रदेश अमेरिकन चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स के अध्यक्ष हमारे उत्तर प्रदेश में बहुत सक्रिय हैं और हमारी रायबरेली के रहने वाले हैं, तो उनके साथ भी लगता है रायबरेली से भी बहुत सारे लोग आए हैं। मैं उन सब का हृदय से इस सम्मेलन में स्वागत करता हूं, अभिनंदन करता हूं, धन्यवाद देता हूं कि आप सब ने समय निकाल करके भारत और अमेरिका के बीच में इस अमेरिकन चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स के सेतु बन के उद्योगों को बढ़ावा देने के लिए, लोगों के जनजीवन को सुगम बनाने के लिए जो प्रयास अमेरिकन इंडो चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स कर रहा है, मैं उन्हें शुभकामनाएं देता हूं, बधाई देता हूं, धन्यवाद देता हूं और भरोसा दिलाता हूं कि उत्तर प्रदेश में योगी आदित्यनाथ जी की सरकार को जब भी ऐसे सकारात्मक सेवाओं में आवश्यकता होगी, हमारी सरकार आपके साथ सदैव खड़ी रहेगी, सदैव आपका मनोबल बढ़ाने का हर संभव प्रयास करेगी। मैं धन्यवाद देता हूं अमेरिकन चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स के लोगों को, जिन्होंने आज बहुत सारी अच्छी सेवाओं के लिए बहुत सारे बुजुर्गों का सम्मान किया। ये हमारी भारतीय संस्कार संस्कृति का हिस्सा है। जब हम किसी से कुछ लेते हैं तो उसे थैंक यू जरूर बोलते हैं। ये संस्कृति अमेरिकन इंडो चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स के लोगों में देखी, इसके लिए मैं आपको बधाई देता हूं, धन्यवाद देता हूं। साथियों, मैं उत्तर प्रदेश में आदरणीय योगी आदित्यनाथ जी की सरकार में मंत्री के रूप में सेवा कर रहा हूं और मुझे गर्व है मैं उस उत्तर प्रदेश का हूं जहां भगवान श्री राम कृष्ण ने जन्म लिया और भगवान शिव का भी हमारे यहां सदैव उत्तर प्रदेश वासियों पर उनकी कृपा रहती है। ऐसी पावन भूमि, और मैं अपने यूएस एम्बेसडर को कहना चाहता हूं, हमारा उत्तर प्रदेश सामान्य उत्तर प्रदेश नहीं है। अगर दुनिया में, वैसे तो हम भारत के लोग एक राष्ट्र श्रेष्ठ राष्ट्र अखंड भारत की कल्पना करते हैं, लेकिन अगर छठवां राष्ट्र दुनिया में कोई बन सकता है तो हमारा उत्तर प्रदेश है। इतनी ताकतें, 5 देश ही हमारे राज्य उत्तर प्रदेश से अधिक जनसंख्या रखने वाले देश हैं दुनिया में। इतनी क्षमता उत्तर प्रदेश में है। मैं उम्मीद करता हूं अमेरिकन चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स के लोग इस ओर ध्यान देंगे। हमारे राज्य में बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें हैं जिनको हम दुनिया की बाजारों तक पहुंचा करके दुनिया के उपभोक्ताओं को गुणवत्तापरक और सस्ते में उपज उपलब्ध करा सकते हैं। कृषि उपज ही नहीं, बहुत सारी उपज हमारे राज्य में है जिसमें हम दुनिया में लगभग सर्वोपरि हैं। चाहे भदोही का कालीन हो, चाहे मुरादाबाद का पीतल हो, चाहे बनारस की साड़ी और कपड़े, चाहे लखनऊ की चिकनकारी हो, चाहे मलिहाबाद का आम, मेरठ में खेल का सामान हो या कानपुर का चमड़ा उद्योग, लखनऊ की चिकनकारी, ऐसी दुनिया में बहुत सारी, ऐसे हमारे उत्तर प्रदेश में बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो दुनिया में कम पाई जाती हैं। हमारा राज्य लैंडलॉक्ड है, वाटरवेज नहीं है। एक्सपोर्ट में थोड़ा असुविधा थी, लेकिन मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं अपने देश के प्रधानमंत्री जी का, उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री जी का, जिन्होंने हमारे जेवर में एक ऐसा एयरपोर्ट स्थापित कर दिया जो शायद समुद्री यातायात को अब मात देकर के उससे भी बेहतर एक्सपोर्ट सुविधा हमको हमारे राज्य में उपलब्ध है। तो जितने भी यहां पर उद्योगपति या उद्यम से जुड़े बड़े लोग, बड़ी नगरी में हूं तो उम्मीद है बड़े ही लोग यहां होंगे, ज्यादा से ज्यादा बड़े उद्योगों के संचालक यहां पर होंगे। मैं उनसे आग्रह करता हूं कि उत्तर प्रदेश से आप एक्सपोर्ट दुनिया की बाजारों तक करने का प्रयास करें। उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार हर संभव सहयोग दे रही है और मुझे गर्व है कि हमारे इन्वेस्टर समिट में उत्तर प्रदेश में दुनिया से लाखों करोड़ रुपए लोगों ने रायबरेली उत्तर प्रदेश की पावन भूमि पर व्यय करने का मुंह किया है। मैं पूरे देश के बाहर से दुनिया के बहुत सारे जो लोग उत्तर प्रदेश में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, मैं उनको धन्यवाद देता हूं, आभार प्रकट करता हूं। एक बार पुनः इस कार्यक्रम के संयोजक इंडियन अमेरिकन चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स के सभी लोगों को सफल कार्यक्रम के लिए बधाई देता हूं, शुभकामनाएं देता हूं और मुख्य अतिथि का भी आभार प्रकट करता हूं कि इस कार्यक्रम में शरीक होकर के इस कार्यक्रम की गरिमा बढ़ाई। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
Thank you so much, Shri Dinesh Pratap Singh Ji. For all our international delegates, he did emphasize the importance of IACC, and he did recognize and acknowledge his support towards the entire group into fostering the Indo-American relationships. So we just wanted to translate a little bit of what he spoke, but let's give him a big round of applause. Thank you so much. आपने जो प्रोत्साहन आज IACC को दिया, आप उसके लिए हम आपसे पूरा धन्यवाद करना चाहेंगे. Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's truly an honor to call upon one of our chief guests for today. Ambassador Gore currently serves as the U.S. Ambassador to India and has been appointed by the President Donald J. Trump as a special envoy to South and Central Asia. Prior to his diplomatic assignment, Ambassador Gore served as an assistant to the President and Director of Presidential Personnel at the White House, where he held the appointment of thousands of political appointees across the federal government. Another point to notice is that before joining the White House, Ambassador Gore, along with Donald Trump Jr., co-founded the Winning Team Publishing as well, where he's published several notable works, including best-selling books by the President Donald J. Trump. Today, it's truly an honor that we have him amongst us as our chief guest. Please give His Excellency Sergio Gore, U.S. Ambassador to India, a big round of applause as we welcome him to the dais.
Good morning. Oh, we can do better than that. Good morning. It's such a pleasure to be here. But before I begin, I want to thank the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce National President, Anup Acharya. Anup, thank you so much for having me here. I want to thank the minister who's visiting us also from Uttar Pradesh, and I promise you I'll be visiting Lucknow very soon. And finally, I'm also delighted to see a dear friend of mine, and that is the Honorable Chief Minister Fadnavis. And I want to say one thing, because I've traveled the world and I've met a lot of leaders. You have somebody here who's dynamic, who's energetic, who cares about what he does. Maharashtra is on the map for two reasons. One is Mumbai. The second is your incredible Chief Minister. So give him a round of applause. Thank you. Let me get straight to the point. Ever since 1968, IACC has been the bedrock of the U.S.-India commercial ties. Today, nearly 70% of your members are Indian companies, and remarkably, over 1,400 of you have already invested in the United States or partnered with American firms. That is an incredible accomplishment. My vision is simple but ambitious: to build on that legacy and make the U.S.-India ties relationship the relationship that will define the strategic partnership of the 21st century. What we do today will define this relationship for the future. What happens today, what happens over the next few years, will set the course for several decades ahead. We stand at a truly remarkable moment. In just over 2 decades, our bilateral trade has shattered records, skyrocketing from about $20 billion to over $240 billion in goods and services. That 12-fold increase doesn't happen by accident. That 12-fold increase happens because every one of you in this room works at it. Pick the sector, and the United States and India are working hand in hand to deliver on that. So whether that's AI, whether that's technology, whether that's aerospace, whether that's defense, whether that's energy, you name the sector, and the United States and India are working together at record levels than ever before, ahead of the rest of the world. It reflects deep, unbreakable trust. Our shared ambition of reaching $500 billion in bilateral trade by 2030 reflects the sheer scale of the opportunity in front of us. This is unmatched potential. That's what I like to call it. Every single day at our embassy, I meet CEOs from the United States that are coming to us, and I meet Indian CEOs that want to go to the United States. It is unmatched around the world. Simply put, when the United States and India work together, we integrate value chains, accelerate breakthroughs in critical technologies, and strengthen supply chain resilience. There are no two nations on earth better positioned to drive the next phase of economic global growth than the United States and India. President Trump trusts India, and he has invested heavily in this relationship from day one. Just weeks into his second term, he and Prime Minister Modi launched the Trust Initiative, transforming the relationship utilizing strategic technologies to accelerate cooperation in AI, quantum computing, semiconductors, defense, and critical minerals. Since then, the U.S. private sector has backed that vision with real capital. Amazon, Microsoft, Google have committed to billions of dollars in investments right here in India. Let me be direct about why the United States should be your first choice, and I would say your only choice. No market offers the scale, stability, and innovation and the ecosystem that America does. That's why global technology leadership are betting billions on this partnership, and why more than 1,400 IACC members already call the United States home. In my first few months in India, Delhi hosted the Global AI Summit. And even though it was called the Global AI Summit, 90% of those companies are American. And why was it held in India? Because this is the crossroads where we can take things forward. This happens for a reason. It happens because every individual in this room cares. Every individual in this room has invested in this relationship. And so we will partner with you. Our embassy is always open to working with you. We're seeing what's possible in real partnership already at work. IACC members like Mumbai-based El Mak Packages have partnered with North Carolina-based Aylward to build high-speed pharmaceutical packaging equipment. Chennai's Sanmar Group has sustained decades-long partnership with American firms like Flowserve, Emerson, and Cabot, proof that the U.S. and Indian firms can rely on each other. And the investment numbers back it up. Every single year in the United States, all the embassies compete to bring investment to the United States. At the annual summit, Select USA, every embassy gets up and announces what they have brought in. And a European country will get up and announce 800 million. An Asian country will announce $2 or $3 billion. We were thrilled to come in number one. We came in at over $20 billion in new U.S. investments. So all of these companies that compete to come to the United States, we welcome their investment. But there's a reason India was number one. So I'm proud to tell you that our embassy here in India came in first. Again, that is because of everyone here today. So round of applause to everyone who was involved. I know some of you have attended, and we look forward to inviting the rest of you to join there next year. Some of those outstanding Select USA success stories include Ubide Group, which is investing over $900 million across 5 sites, creating 1,500 American jobs. Chennai Sundaram Clayton, part of $8 billion TVS Group, has grown its South Carolina investment to $200 million, creating 230 U.S. jobs. Hyderabad's Natco Pharma and Aurobindo Pharma have extended operations in New Jersey, Puerto Rico, and beyond. And in Alabama, the Roots Group has invested $10 million for manufacturing employees. Over 30 Americans have been hired and growing. When Indian companies invest in America, it's a win-win situation. You gain access to the world's most dynamic market, and you create jobs back home in India and in the United States. Every single day, my embassy works to identify those win-win situations. Every single day, we see real opportunities that do not exist, frankly, in other embassies. I'm friends with a lot of other ambassadors around the world, and I know every single one of them individually because I recommended a lot of them to the president before they got their positions. And I have ambassadors that call me from other places, I'm not going to mention where, but in Europe, and they say, "Are you bored?" I said, "Am I bored? I don't have enough hours in a day." And I can't imagine being in one of those places. I'll give you an example. Last week, in one day, I had Meta, I had the CEO of Netflix, and I had the CEO of Rolls-Royce. And that's all before noon. That's a typical day for us. This relationship has unbelievable and incredible potential. To unleash the full power of this economic engine, we must address friction points together as true partners. We need predictable taxation and regulatory frameworks that allow business to thrive. We need candid, trust-based engagement on export controls and technology flows. And we need rock-solid intellectual property protections, giving every innovator in this room the confidence to invest, create, and scale without fear. Quite often, I meet companies from around the world that ask me, "My IP has been stolen. I want to move my company to India. Is it safe here?" And resoundingly, our answer has been yes, because we do trust India. The reason we get 40% of our generic pharmaceuticals from India, that's an incredible number, it's because we trust India. There's a reason we're working on energy at unprecedented levels. Our LNG, our LPG is up 40% in imports and exports from last year, because we trust India. So here's my ask of every company in this room. If you're weighing your next overseas investment, choose the United States. Bring your greenfield project, your R&D center, your manufacturing line to American soil, and let my team help you get there. You've already... If you've already invested in America, deepen that commitment further. This is the moment. I know some people in this room, you have deep pockets. We want your investment. Come to America. The United States is open for business to people we trust. And at the top of that list is India. My embassy is open to each and every one of you, from New Delhi to our consulates in Chennai, Calcutta, Hyderabad, and of course here in Mumbai. Come meet our teams. There's a reason our consulate in Mumbai is bigger than most of our embassies around the world. Think about that. The reason for that is because we care about this relationship, and the road to success goes through Maharashtra. So let's work together to find those win-win opportunities. We have a truly historic opportunity ahead of us to completely redefine what diplomacy and economic cooperation look like. What our two nations accomplish together will reshape the 21st century. This is, without question, the most consequential global partnership in the world today. So let's stop just witnessing history. Let's keep shaping it. Choose America, bring your investment, and let's build the next trillion-dollar partnership together. Thank you so much for having me here today.
Well, let that applause continue as we thank our chief guest, His Excellency, Mr. Sergio Gore. What an incredible address this has been, where he emphasized further on the stability and the scale of investment US companies bring to India, but also he further reinstated his support from the embassy side to all the IACC members here. I think that says it all, and that shows the support His Excellency is ready to lend towards all of us in the room. I think the least we can do is give him a big, big round of applause to express our gratitude. Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to the key highlight of today's program, the inaugural address by one of our chief guests. The Honorable Chief Minister of the Government of Maharashtra, serving as a third term as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, having assumed office in December 2024. During his previous tenure, he has held several important portfolios, including Home, General Administration, Information Technology, urban development, law and judiciary, ports, information, and public relations. With over 3 decades of public service, Shri Fadnavis ji is recognized for his visionary leadership, progressive governance, and strong focus on economic development. His leadership has earned the confidence of investors and the corporate community, both in India and internationally. Ladies and gentlemen, during his earlier tenure as a Chief Minister, he has spearheaded several transformative initiatives across infrastructure, investment, technology, and public service delivery, playing a significant role in strengthening Maharashtra's position as leading destination for industry, investment, and innovation. I'd like to quote His Excellency Mr. Sergio, as he rightly said, that Maharashtra is known for 2 things. One is Mumbai, and one is for our incredible Chief Minister. With that, ladies and gentlemen, please let's welcome with a resounding round of applause Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji.
Excellency, Honorable Ambassador Yogor, Virendra Pratap Singh, Minister of State, Government of Uttar Pradesh, Mr. Anup Acharya, National President, Indo-American Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Prashant Menon, SVP IACC, Mrs. Upasana Arora, EVP of IACC and MD of Yashoda Healthcare, Avnish Avasthi ji, leaders of the IACC, distinguished business leaders, investors, innovators, diplomats, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to all of you. It's a pleasure to welcome all of you to Mumbai and to the Maharashtra for a conversation that is far more consequential than its title may suggest. Because the India-United States relationship is becoming one of the defining partnerships of the 21st century. And today, I would like to make one proposition very clearly. The next chapter of the India-US partnership must move from strategic convergence to economic execution. And when that happens, Maharashtra wants to be at the center of that story. The AICC has chosen a very appropriate theme, redefining the India-US comprehensive strategic partnership. The real question before us is, what does that redefinition mean in practical terms? For me, it means moving beyond a relationship based predominantly on trade and investment. It means moving towards co-investment, co-innovation, co-development, and co-creation. It means American technology meeting Indian scale, American capital meeting Indian entrepreneurship, American research meeting Indian talent, and American innovation meeting the enormous needs of one of the world's fastest growing major economies. That is where the opportunity lies. And that is where Maharashtra comes in. Maharashtra, as you all are aware, is a US $660 billion economy, growing at about 10.2% CAGR over last 7 years, barring COVID years. We are about a 129 million people state with 65% of our population less than 27 years of age and roughly 50% in K-12. If Maharashtra was a country, it would probably in the top 20 countries in the world by its sheer economic prowess. India is the most youthful nation on this planet, and Maharashtra is the manifestation of that youthfulness. Mumbai is India's financial, commercial, and entertainment capital, but Maharashtra is much more than Mumbai. We have one of India's most diversified economies, spanning finance, manufacturing, automobile, pharmaceuticals, healthcare, IT and data centers, logistics, media and entertainment, infrastructure, and increasingly advanced technologies. Our ambition is to build the ecosystem in which the next generation of global companies can grow. That is a very different proposition. When an American company looks at India, it should not ask, where should we invest? It should increasingly be asking, how much can we build in Maharashtra? Because Maharashtra offers something that is becoming increasingly valuable in today's world. Scale plus talent plus infrastructure plus markets plus institutions plus global connectivity. And perhaps most importantly, we are determined to make government an enabler in this journey. Our approach is simple. If an investor comes to Maharashtra with a serious proposal, government must come to the table with an equally serious response. The strongest part of the India-US relationship going forward will be technology. And technology is changing the meaning of economic partnership itself. Artificial intelligence, semiconductors, quantum technologies, cybersecurity, cloud and data infrastructure, advanced manufacturing, medical technology, biotechnology, defense, and dual-use technologies. These constitute the core infrastructure of economic power in the next decade. And Maharashtra wants to participate across the entire spectrum. India has extraordinary engineering and scientific talent. The United States has extraordinary capabilities in frontier research, technologies, capital, and global enterprise. When these capabilities are connected effectively, the result can be much larger than the sum of its parts. That is why I believe the next phase should be about joint innovation platforms, joint research, technology transfer, global capability centers, manufacturing partnerships, and new global supply chains. Healthcare is one of the clearest examples. India has scale. The United States has some of the world's strongest capabilities in medical research, advanced therapies, medical devices, and healthcare technology. The opportunity is to bring these strengths together. Maharashtra is already a major pharmaceutical and healthcare hub, but our ambition is bigger. We want Maharashtra to become a destination for healthcare innovation where hospitals, pharmaceutical companies, medtech companies, universities, researchers, and investors work together. The future is about developing new therapies, building medical devices, using AI in diagnosis and treatment, expanding digital health, developing advanced healthcare infrastructures, and creating solutions that can ultimately serve India and the world. India can be the world's healthcare scale engine. America can be one of its innovation engines. Maharashtra can help connect these two. Ambassador Gore, I am happy to inform you that in line with this vision, we are developing 165 acres Medicity next to our new Mumbai airport, and delighted to inform you that the world's foremost cardiac health facility, Cleveland Clinic, has recently signed up with us to become the anchor hospital at our Medicity. Medicity is envisioned to be the most advanced place for healthcare, medtech and research. The second major opportunity is the digital economy. The session later today on AI, cybersecurity, data centers and digital infrastructure is therefore extremely relevant. Mumbai and Navi Mumbai are already emerging as important nodes in India's digital infrastructure. Maharashtra currently dominates the DC space, hosting India's 65% capacity and with orders and MOUs worth 300 billion USD to take our overall DC capacity to 5.7 gigawatts by 2031. But our ambition is to build a trusted digital ecosystem, AI infrastructure, cloud, cybersecurity, data centers, digital public infrastructure, and responsible AI, and the human capital required to operate all of it. The world is entering an era where data, compute, and AI capability will become as strategically important as traditional physical infrastructure. So our question is not simply where will the next data center come up? The question is where will the next generation of AI companies, AI infrastructure and AI application be built? We want Maharashtra to be one of those places. The third opportunity is advanced manufacturing and critical technologies. Recent global disruptions have taught every country an important lesson. Efficiency cannot come at the cost of resilience. Global companies are therefore looking for trusted, diversified and resilient supply chains. India has an historic opportunity here and Maharashtra has a particularly important role to play. We have the industrial base, engineering talent, ports, logistics, financial ecosystem and large domestic market required to support sophisticated manufacturing. Semiconductors are one part of this opportunity, but the larger opportunity is the ecosystem around them. Electronics, components, advanced materials, critical materials, precision engineering, industrial technology, and specialized manufacturing. This is where India and United States can work together to build trusted global supply chains, not merely made in India, but increasingly designed together, developed together, manufactured together, and taken to the world together. That, in my view, is what a comprehensive strategic partnership should look like. To our American business leaders here today, I want to make a direct proposition. Look at Maharashtra as a platform for your India and global growth. Partner with Maharashtra for your manufacturing. Partner with Mumbai for your financial operations. Utilize our talent for your global capability centers. Utilize our technology ecosystem for innovation. Utilize our healthcare ecosystem for research and medical innovation. Utilize our infrastructure to connect to India and global markets. Most importantly, work with us to build new ecosystems because we are looking for partnerships. And partnerships are built when both sides have something meaningful to contribute. There is another dimension to this partnership which is extremely important to us: employment and opportunity for our young people. Every major investment must ultimately translate into better opportunities for our citizens. But the jobs of tomorrow will be drastically different from the jobs of yesterday. They will be in AI, robotics, advanced manufacturing, cyber security, semiconductors, healthcare technology, design, creative technology, research, and entirely new industries that we cannot yet fully imagine. Therefore, investment policy and talent policy can no longer be separated. The factory of the future needs the university of the future. The AI company of the future needs the skill ecosystem of the future. Maharashtra is therefore thinking simultaneously about investment, infrastructure, innovation, education, and skills. Also, I am particularly pleased that this convention gives a dedicated platform to women at the forefront of business, innovation, and growth. Because if we are discussing the future of the economy, we cannot discuss half of our population as an afterthought. The future belongs to the economies that can mobilize all for the talent. Women are not simply beneficiaries of economic growth. They are the entrepreneurs, investors, technologists, researchers, CEOs, and institution builders. And we need to create an environment where more women can move from participation to leadership. That is both a social imperative and an economic imperative. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we are standing at an interesting moment. For decades, India and America built a relationship based on mutual understanding. Then came deeper economic engagement, then strategic convergence. Today, we have an opportunity to build something much larger. An India-US economic and technology architecture that shapes global growth. And Maharashtra would like to contribute significantly to that architecture. But I also want to make one point very clear. Government alone cannot do this. Government can create policy. Governments can create infrastructure. Governments can reduce friction. Governments can create the environment for investment. But ultimately, it is the entrepreneurs, scientists, investors, universities, innovators, and business leaders who create the future. That is why forums like the IACC matter. The purpose of the convention should be to begin conversation that continues after the convention. It should produce partnerships, projects, investments, research collaborations, factories, startups, jobs, and technologies that changes people's lives. So let me conclude with a simple invitation to our American friends. Come to Maharashtra with your ideas, technology, research, and institutions. And most importantly, come with the ambition to build something together. Maharashtra will bring its markets, talent, infra, industrial base, financial ecosystem, and entrepreneurial energy, and above all, the commitment of a government that wants to work with the enterprise. We believe that the strongest partnership are where both sides become stronger because they are working together. That is the opportunity before India and the United States today, and that is the opportunity before Maharashtra. Ambassador Gore, I am confident that when we look back a decade from now, we will see this period as one which India and the United States did not merely deepen their strategic relationship, but they built, innovated, invested together, which led to the creation of opportunities for millions of people together. Mumbai has always been a city that connects India to the world. Today, let us make Mumbai the place where next generation of India-US partnership connects with India's economic future. Let us move from dialogue to decision, from investment to innovation, from partnership to projects, and from strategic intent to measurable outcome. The United States is ready, India is ready, and Maharashtra is also ready. Let us build our future together. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
I think, ladies and gentlemen, let that applause continue as we heard from the Chief Minister, Government of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji. One integral part is we all want to innovate, we all want the right investments, we all want the right support. But when he said that if you bring a serious proposal, the government will give a serious response. So I think for that, since the government is all ready and through the economic prowess which he dedicated and displayed of Maharashtra as a state, and of course how they are all ready through the entire spectrum, I think once again let that applause continue as we express our gratitude to our leadership. With that, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to acknowledge and present the memento to the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji. May I request Anupacharya, Prashant Krishnan and Dr. Upasana Arora to kindly come forward, allow us an opportunity to get you in one frame and help us in presenting the memento to the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji. We'd also like to take the opportunity of presenting the memento to the US Ambassador to India, His Excellency Sergio Gore. May I request Anupacharya, Prashant Krishnan, Saurabh Shah and Nilesh Vikamsi to please join us on stage and allow us an opportunity to present the memento to His Excellency Sergio. Saurabh and Nilesh, please to join us on stage. These are our leadership from IACC. Let's give them a big, big round of applause as well. As smiles continue on stage, may we also take the opportunity of presenting the memento to the Honorable Minister, Shri Dinesh Pratap Singh, from the Government of Uttar Pradesh. Anupacharya, Prashant Krishnan, Mukesh Singh, to kindly come forward and present the memento to the Honorable Minister, Shri Dinesh Pratap Singh. Come on, Mumbai, we can be much more kind with our applause. And before we move ahead, may I take the opportunity of requesting Dr. Upasana Arora, Executive Vice President, Indo-American Chamber of Commerce, to deliver the thank you note.
Good afternoon, everyone. After two powerful speeches, what should I say? But I can tell one thing, that two countries' biggest democracy and two leaders who are pillar of their democracy are sitting here. So this room is full of power. We should give round of applause. Our UP is also present here. So our Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis ji, Honorable Ambassador Sergio Gore ji, Dinesh Pratap Singh ji, Avnish Awasthi ji, Anupacharya ji, Prashant ji, and my mentor Lalit Bhasin ji, and all dignitaries who are sitting here. Actually, India and US should work together. We can't survive without each other, and that is why we have Indian Embassy in America has made a portal. This is for your information who are sitting here, that you can register yourself in that portal, so you can do trades there. With those, and I am leading a delegation to New York, and I was discussing with Honorable Ambassador. Maybe in month of November, we will go there and we will get lots of opportunity in America, where Americans can work with us in India and Indian can work with America. And this was the gist of these speeches which we were listening here. So with these two words, that we are always together and we will always together. Thank you so very much to Indo-American Chamber of Commerce who are bridging this gap between two countries.